Hare Krishna, everyone. Well, Hare Krishna, Mitra, and Krishna Sudam. So, thank you for coming. Today's Friday, third class of the week. Third class of the week, yes. And we had Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, as you know, we started the second book, Bhagavatam Tales. On Monday, we had the first story about King Anga and King Vena. Wednesday, we had the second story. So today we're going to continue in the Bhagavatam tales, but we go to Prithu Maharaj. So we're not going to switch to the Gita Wisdom tales. Sorry, my nose is blocked. I'm still a bit sick. So we'll speak about Prithu. Now, I mean to say, sorry, I just saw a notification. Oh, we have someone else. Okay, Astin and Isa is here. Are here, sorry. Hare Krishna, Astin and Isa. So we'll start right up with the Mangala
Hare
chapter.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjala Chakshuramilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shrirupram Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunantam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shivishakam Vitamscha Ye Krishna Karuna Sindho Dila Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कंचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you for joining. Sorry for my cold. Today we begin the story of a new character of Shrimad Bhagavatam. I mean to say, a new great personality, Prthu Maharaj. So Prthu Maharaj, very exalted personality, very exalted devotee in the Shrimad Bhagavatam that we hear from. So I'd like to share with you some paintings about Prthu Maharaj. So you see here, he and his wife are standing on what seems to be a dead body, right? So it is a dead body. This is actually the dead body of King Vena. So we've learned that Anga had a son named Vena. Hare Krishna Bhavya. So King Vena was killed by the Brahmana's curse. But from his body, they managed to bring Prithu Maharaj and his queen. I believe his queen is called Archie, if I remember well. So we can see that all the devatas and all are praising the king because he's an incarnation of Krishna. Shakti Avesha Avatar. Shakti Avesha means he's empowered by Krishna. He's not Krishna personally, but he's put empowered by the Lord. So when it comes to being a king, Prithu Maharaj is like Krishna for being a king. So, and here you can see this little black man here. This was all the sins. Because we can think, well, how come from such a sinful body, a sinful king, such an incarnation can come? So prior to that, they removed all of the sins of King Vena, and that those sins took birth in the form of this Nishada. So the first tribal person was born, Nishada tribes, and after that, Prithu Maharaj came. We see the demigods, Brahma, and so on. This is much later. I do not know if we'll be discussing this. Prithu Maharaj will be worshipping the four Kumaras and accept them as his spiritual master. Four Kumaras. Oh, only little boys, right? No, they're the oldest person in the universe after Lord Brahma. Only Lord Brahma is older than them. They're the oldest person in the whole universe, but they keep themselves as 5 years old boy. Very, very powerful Vaishnavas. They were not always devotees, but they became devotees. They were impersonalists before, but then they smelled the fragrance of the tulsi leaf offered to the Lord, lotus feet, became devotees. This is the coronation of King Prthu. Maybe we will read about it. Different demigods are presenting different items. You can see Lord Shiva is presenting a sword. There's Indra, there's Vayu, Varuna, and there's also Yamaraj. I forgot who offers what. It's described in the Bhagavatam. You can see one demigod offers some arrows, demigod of a garland, one offers shoes here, one offers a bow, conch shell, like that, a helmet. This is when he enters his city. You see how the Vedic cities used to be so beautiful. Our modern city are ugly, stinky. Look at this. They also had some tall buildings. It's not that tall buildings did not exist before, but they didn't make them like 100,000 stories. 100,000 floors was the use. Like that, you can see here 6, 7. This is, and it was not everywhere. This was special, in very big cities, like that. So the citizens are very happy to have a very pious king, a king who really cares about his citizens, who's not a deva, a representative of God in the human form. He cares about his citizens. He's not there to exploit them. This is when there will be some misunderstanding between Indradev and Prithu Maharaj. So here is Indra, the thousand-eyed god, Indradev. And Indra will ultimately ask forgiveness to Prithu Maharaj. And even Vishnu will come with his associates. Garuda is there, Lord Shiva, Brahma, four Kumaras. We even see, I think this is Sage Kapila here. This is how Prithu Maharaj will be going back to Godhead with this queen. So we've seen also similar paintings with the Dhruva, right? How Dhruva Maharaj went back to Godhead. So we're seeing the same thing here. This is how devotees are brought back to Vaikuntha Loka. This is how he will retire from the king's duty, and how he will immolate himself, self-immolation by yogic meditation, invoking the fire element within. Or actually, this is, I think, the austerity surrounding by fire. In any case, both are bona fide. How Prithu Maharaj used to break the peaks of mountains with his arrows. He would shoot arrows so that the peaks of mountains are torn asunder and then glide down and level the earth in this way, so that the earth has more flat land. In China, they do that also. They cut down mountains, to make way for highways, train, railroads, and so on. Again, the four Kumaras instructing Prthu Maharaj. Prthu Maharaj chastising the earth. So the earth, goddess Bhumi, will at one point be withholding the grains because the population had become too sinful. So she will not be giving enough grains. So Maharaj Prthu will become very angry at her that why are you holding your grains and not giving enough food to the population of the earth? So Bhumi Devi will take shape of a cow to invoke Prthu Maharaj's mercy. And that's it. All right. So we will begin the story now. Prthu, an exemplary emperor. The mystical birth of a king. The sages killed cruel Vena for the benefit of the citizens. However, after Vena's death, thieves in the kingdom flourished. They took advantage of a kingless state and tormented innocent people who thus suffered greatly. So because there was no king, the thieves and rogues took advantage to start to exploit the people. One day, the sages assembled at the banks of River Sarasvati to discuss spiritual subjects. Considering the country's worsening situation, they thought to themselves, although we Brahmanas are supposed to be peaceful and equiposed, we shouldn't be neglectful to people in general. Such neglect will diminish our spiritual power, just as the water kept in a cracked pot leaks out. So Brahmanas actually are not supposed to take part in politics as to who's the king, but since the people are suffering if there's not a proper ruler, Brahmanas will also sometimes take part in making sure that the government is in good health. Although the powerful sages could subdue the thieves, they considered it improper. They felt that the solution to the problem is not just punishing the thieves, but appointing an able king who punishes them and protects the people. Yes, because we saw how the Brahmanas, by cursing King Vena died. So now one can say, well, why don't the Brahmanas just curse all the thieves? Well, the thing is, it's not their duty. Chastising the thieves is the duty of a king. And that's actually the real problem. There's the lack of a king. So they thought if we bring a king, not only he will do this duty of chastising thieves, but we will solve the real issue here, which is a kingless state. A note, we need to understand and address the root cause of the problem instead of just dealing with the symptoms of the problem. Yeah. So thieves and rogues was the symptom of not having a king. So we should deal with the cause. Thus, the sages desired to restore the pure dynasty of King Anga, who was a descendant of Dhruva. Although Vena was born in such a glorious dynasty, he turned wicked by acquiring the qualities of his maternal grandfather, Mrityu. So Mrityu is death, right? Death personified. Therefore, the sages decided to produce another body from the carefully preserved dead body of Vena by using their powers. So they had preserved the body of Vena because they knew that we can still get a son from the body. So the sages were very powerful. They knew how to use the body to create another body. Which scientist knows this science now? So they think that before there was no scientifically advanced persons. Well, they were even more advanced because they were using mantras and herbs and so on to do these things. Not this iPad 10, iPhone 15, The sages then approached Vena's mother, Sunitha, and brought out the dead body of Vena. They churned the thighs of Vena's body in a specific method. and from that a devilish dwarf-like person appeared. He was blackish and short with large jaws, a flat nose, reddish eyes, and copper-colored hair. His name was Bahuka, a product of the impure portion of Vena's body. Taking over the terrible sins of Vena on being born, Bahuka later fathered an uncivilized tribal race called the Naishadas. So the Naishada tribes who live in the jungle and so on are descendant of this Bahuka. His descendants always reside in hills and forests, engaging in sinful activities. Vena's body was produced from both Anga and Sunitha. The sages separated the impure portion of Vena's body, resulting from Sunitha, in the form of degraded Bahuka. The pure portion of Vena's body, resulting from saintly Anga, would give birth to a noble king. The sages then churned the two arms of Vena's body, from which a celestial male and female appeared. The sages were pleased and said, "This divine couple have appeared as incarnations of Lakshmi and Narayana. The effulgent man is Prthu, an expansion of Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. He will be the foremost among kings because he has the power to maintain the whole world. That beautiful queen's name is Archi, an expansion of goddess Lakshmi." The Brahmanas praise King Prthu, the god of oceans, for his magnificent crown and magnificent instruments. Conches, bugles, drums, and kettle drums were played joyfully in
But
the...
just now you were stuck.
Okay, I think I'm good now, right? In the outer space. Lord Brahma also arrived there along with the Devatas. Seeing the special and auspicious marks on the body of King Prthu, Brahma concluded that Prthu was an incarnation of the Lord. You see that there's auspicious marks also on the body of an incarnation. So this is another way to know who's an incarnation. An incarnation of God has some striking features. His advent is mentioned in the scriptures. Therefore, one shouldn't blindly accept anyone as an incarnation. Yeah. It's like you go to India, there are many people who claim to be God there. Actually, they're a dog. They're simply cheaters. They're the highest cheaters. The Brahmanas then arranged for King Prithu's coronation as the king. People collected different paraphernalia for the ceremony. King Prthu was exquisitely dressed and sat on the throne with his well-ornamented wife, Archi. They appeared as bright as rare golden pearls. Various personalities generously offered precious gifts to King Prithu. Kuvera, the treasurer of the Devatas, presented a gleaming royal throne made of pure gold. Varuna, the god of oceans, offered a... We're going to see what Varuna offers. Also here we can see how he came from the body. So what did Varuna offer? Let's see. What happened? It's stuck. It's not responding, sorry. What's going on? Frozen. Let's force quit. Okay. Sorry, here we are. So Varuna gave a gigantic umbrella as effulgent as the moon. Vayu, the wind god, gifted two enormous chamara fans. Indra, the king of heaven, presented a magnificent crown. Yama, the lord of death, presented a stern punishing rod to discipline the miscreants. Brahma gave him an armor. Sarasvati offered a divine necklace studded with gemstones. Lord Hari gifted a potent Sudarshan Chakra. Lakshmi bestowed imperishable opulence. Lord Shiva presented an exquisite sword marked with 10 moons. Durga gifted a shield marked with 100 moons. Soma, the moon god, gave powerful horses. Vishvakarma offered a beautiful chariot. Agni, the fire god, gave a special bow. Surya, the sun god, offered him arrows as brilliant as sunshine. Bhumi presented magical flying shoes. The sages offered profuse blessings. All the devatas constantly showered fragrant flowers. Professional singers and bards offered prayers and praises to King Prthu. Offering gifts is an expression of love and respect that sweetens relationships. Prthu smiled and spoke. You are praising me extraordinarily for having many good qualities, but I haven't yet portrayed these qualities. If I don't display these qualities in the future, your words will be as good as a lie. So it is better to praise someone who has already displayed these good qualities. In such a great assembly, the Supreme Lord Vishnu must be glorified, not a low human like me. So you see, they were praising him, but he was just born. So he's saying, why are you praising me if I didn't get all these qualities yet? So it's important that we understand that if we praise someone who doesn't have befitting quality, that's like an insult, actually. The bards were very pleased with the humility of King Prthu. They continued to praise his qualities of compassion, courage, righteousness, ability to protect citizens, truthfulness, respect, detachment, devotion, etc. Humble Prithu then offered gifts to the bards, who then departed happily. Prithu then began ruling the kingdom. So, unless a king is endowed with a good character, he cannot effectively rule and protect his citizens. How did Prithu restore the prosperity of the kingdom? Was everything peaceful and harmonious forever? Read on to know. Okay, that will be for another day. So, question times. It was quite a bit of a long story, a lot of text today. I don't know how much you could focus. All right. What happened after King Vena died? What happened? How did the kingdom become? Okay, Sudan. Sudan.
The king became nice.
The what? The thieves, right?
The thieves went away.
Went away. No, when King Vena died, the thieves came back. The thieves started to exploit the people, to steal and all. Okay, yes, so that's what happened. The thieves started to exploit the people and steal from the people. So, okay, so they thought, now we need a king. So, how did um what did they do to King Vena's body? Hmm? Okay, so they brought the body of King Vena, then they churned his thighs. And what personality came out after churning the thighs? Okay, Sudan. Okay, we'll go to Austin. What what personality came out?
Narayana and Lakshmi.
Okay, that's after. First, there's one short person who came out, right? From the body, 通过那个躯体，先有一个很爱的一个人出来，right? A short person came out of the body. 他叫 Bahuka. Yeah, Bahuka, we saw him, right? Look, we saw him here. See here? Bahuka. This is Bahuka. So first he came out of the King Vena's body, and he took all the sins. So to be born as a Nishada means very sinful, you know? Okay. All right. After that, Prthu and Archie came. So they sang his glories and all. Okay, now we're going to try to remember who is who. Okay, so who gave what? Because many demigods came and they offered many things, right? Okay, so let's see. So, okay, who is this? You can say, I'm sure you know. Lord
Shiva.
Lord Shiva, yes. And he's offering a sword. Okay, now who's offering the arrows? Do you remember? You can speak out. You can unmute yourself and speak directly.
Is it Indra?
No.
苏衍，太阳神苏燃。
Yes. Surya Day. Yeah. So the Surya, the sun god, offered him arrows as brilliant as the sunshine. Okay. Okay, let's see. Who offers him a bow? You see the bow here? The bow and arrow? Who's offering a bow?
Is it Indra?
Indra?
No. Is it Varuna? Agni.
Okay, let me see. Me too, I have to double check. Yes, you're right, Mitra. Agni, the fire god, gave a special bow. So this is Agni Dev here, fire god, Agni. Okay. Here, there's a shield here. Who is this demigoddess who's offering a shield?
Durga
Devi. Yes. Yes. If you know, you speak as fast as possible. So Durga gifted the shield marked with 100 moons. And you can see she is near Lord Shiva because she is Lord Shiva's wife. Right? Okay. Who is offering the special shoes here? Oh, actually, this is wrong. Because what we've heard from the description in the Bhagavatam is that Bhumi offered flying shoes. But Bhumi is a woman. Here they painted him as a man. So maybe it's another demigod. Let's say it's another demigod with another pair of shoes. Okay, here, who is offering this yak tail here?
Is it Varuna? No. Is it Indra?
No. Let me see if it's. Wait, let me see. If it says an umbrella. Okay, it's Vayu. This is Vayu. So Vayu is giving 2 enormous chamara fans. That's what he's giving. It seems we only see one here, but yeah. Okay, then here there's a crown. Who is it that carries a crown here?
Indra. That would be
Yes, Indra. Indra, the king of heaven, presented the magnificent crown. So Indra is here. Okay. Where else? Where else can we see? We're not seeing everybody. Of course, Lord Vishnu here. But actually, I think this is wrong. Lord Vishnu came in his form as Vamanadev. In the Bhagavatam, from what I remember, Prabhupada says that Hari, it was mentioned Hari, but it's actually Vamanadev who gives the Sudarshan Chakra. Okay, who else we have? Okay, there's Garland here. Who is this?
Agni.
No.
Varuna.
Here I see that Agni is the one who gave the bow. Surya gave arrows. All the devatas constantly showered fragrant flowers. Well, it doesn't say here actually who that is. So I think we said everybody. We said him. Okay, the conch shell. It seems to be a conch shell here, but I don't think we read about the conch shell, right? Doesn't seem like it. But those that we don't see here, we don't see Varuna. Varuna is supposed to offer a big umbrella. Well, the umbrella, we can say maybe this is it, but Varuna Dev is not there. Then, who else don't we see? Yamaraj is giving a punishing rod, so like a long stick, you know. Brahma give him an armor. We don't see Brahma giving the armor. Sarasvati offered a divine necklace studded with gemstones. We don't see her like that. Lakshmi bestowed imperishable opulence. Lord Shiva, Durga, Soma, the moon god, gave powerful horses. We don't see the horses. Vishvakarma offered a beautiful chariot. We don't see that also. And I think also Kuvera gave the throne made of gold. So actually this big throne made of gold here, given by Kuvera. Okay. All right. So we are going to chant one round together. So please go get your beads. And we begin.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram Nam
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Nam. Unmute yourself, Austin, Bhavya. Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare
Lord
Krishna
Maharaj.
Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam Nam, Hare 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 Krishna,
The
Hare
video stuff going on.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityan Shadayat Gadash Vasudeva Gaura. Thank you all. Thank you very much for joining. Vancha kalpatarubhishya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Nanti Vaishnavana ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Go Premanande. Hari Bol. Okay, thank you, see you next week. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
See you. Bye bye, Isa, Stan, Bhavya, Mitra. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.